Hi everyone, thank you for stopping by Living To Do's review of Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 16, The Unbearable Truth. Before we get started with the review, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance for helping me out. So in this episode, all the couples are going on a retreat, like they always do before decision day. And so let's get started with Nicole and Chris. They're driving up to the retreat and they're discussing their living situation after decision day. Looks like it's going to be a yes for them. And Nicole wants to be prepared on how they're going to live, where they're going to live, because their relationship is really going great. And of course, she prefers to live together. And she wants to start looking for a place, knowing where they're going to be. Chris wants to put this talk on hold until after the retreat. He wants to discuss it later. He wants to put it off, I think, what she thinks. And I don't know what's wrong with discussing it. He wants to focus on having fun. But I'm kind of with Nicole on that. You only have, 9 days before decision day. What's going to happen? We need to start thinking about that. They were the last to arrive at the retreat, and apparently first come, first serve with the bedrooms. He had a lovely, scavenger hunt for her. It was just sweet. Having little notes, little things he was saying about her, and she really appreciated it. I think she would appreciate anything. It was, I don't know, it wasn't really up my alley, but she thought it was sweet, so let's leave it at that. Anyway, they talked about loving oneself, and she said it's easier to love yourself when somebody else loves you too. And, that's what she wants. And that's what everyone wants. They just want somebody in their life that would love them for them. And I think that's great. We all should be lovable. And if only that was all we needed to change the world. But I see where she's coming from, and she's enjoying her ride with her husband. I'm happy for her. It looks like this couple's going to make it, and I'm glad. So let's move on to the next couple. Okay, the next couple is Gina and Clint. So what's new with these two is they get to the retreat, and they are going to share a room and share a bed. And Gina says that it didn't feel weird that they were sharing a bed, being in the same bed. She enjoys Clint's company. They're playing nice, and Gina has a great attitude towards this. I think Clint naturally has a great attitude, so he has a great attitude towards this. They're just playing nice, basically. And I think if Gina would offer more, Clint would be interested in more. But for the most part, this couple's not going anywhere. They're not going to go and stay married. They're better suited for Three's Company. I can just see these two starring in Three's Company. And that's as far as this relationship's going to go. Okay, so it's on to the next couple. All right, the next couple is Shaquille and Kirsten. So what's going on with these guys is that they seem playful enough. They seem like their relationship is okay. They're playful, whereas I think Kirsten was doing some beatboxing against the wall and Shaq was rapping to it. Or he's filming her sleeping and she's snoring. So everything looks good. When they get to the retreat, they have an outing and they go tube sliding. They just look like they're having a good time. But they always try to keep us like in suspense in some way, where it seems like Kirsten is having difficulty or not knowing what she's going to do on decision day type of talk, that they need to work on their communication and all this and this and that. Things seem to be okay. it would be interesting to know what Shaquille really feels about Kirsten and her attitude and the way she acts. I know he's physically attracted to her, but what about mentally attracted to her? Um, I don't know. This relationship, I guess it could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised if they said yes. But for Shaquille's sake, from what I see, maybe he should say no. Okay, on to the next couple. Okay, the last couple is Jasmine and Eris. I must say, the most growth goes to Airris. I'm so surprised. He showed the most growth in this episode. At the beginning, we see Jasmine in a confessional, and what she wanted to have happen on this retreat is more intimacy. It was a wish that she had. And they drive up to the retreat, and Jasmine is driving. Eris is sitting in the passenger seat. He tells her that he doesn't want a room with Nicole and Chris or near them, or Kirsten and Shaquille. Now, these are the two couples that have consummated their marriage. And he makes mention that he doesn't want a room next to either one of those two couples. I guess he doesn't want to hear them having sex when he's not. They have a game, a card game that they're playing. They're asking questions, a Q&A type game. And one of the questions, the first question is, what is the first thing you do? The first thing you do within the 30 minutes of getting up. Airris responds that he's pooping and reading. You know, even though I see the most growth in Airris, Airris is going to be Airris and just, just talk dirty boy things, inappropriate things. One of the questions, I guess, is what your partner taught you, and Jasmine taught him more grace. One of the questions was who would struggle with a separation or divorce if it should happen. They didn't answer that one. They get to the retreat. They're the first ones there. They get to pick their room. There's a lot of talk about bears. Even before they got to the retreat, they were talking about bears, and these two were talking about bears, and he's telling her that she would need to flash the bear to get rid of him. More inappropriate talk coming from Airris. They're getting ready for their activity for the evening, and he needs some lotion. She runs to him to give him the lotion. I think he's in the restroom, and he sticks his leg out for her to lotion his legs. That tracks with him. For him, she wants, he always wanted to have him do things for him, like feed him her lobster, feed him grapes, get the meal from the door, from room service. I think he should do some of these things for her. I would love for them, the producers, the show, to show us what he does for her, like lotion her back or whatnot, give her a massage, just something tender moments, or him serving her in some way. He was getting ready, and she put his chain on his neck, and he says, put the chain on, Daddy. I don't, this guy. But she plays along just, very nicely with it. They do other things, like they did meditate, which I love to see. I thought they looked good doing it. They look like a lovely couple. I think they look good together. He led the meditation, which I was surprised at. He seemed like a great leader in that way. They had a outing where they did rock climbing. Looked like she won. They rock climbed against each other. And he asked her, after rock climbing, if she notices him trying in the relationship. She's always a good sport. But what I did see is they had a dinner. At the dinner, in front of all the couples, he just complimented Jasmine in the sweetest, in the purest way. It was just incredibly sweet coming from him. He was articulating his feelings. He saluted her in her attitude and her behavior in this experiment where it could have gone nasty and she didn't allow it. She held herself like a woman. He just really, really praised her, and it brought Jasmine to tears. It was very, very sweet. And that's where I saw his growth and what he was saying it and how he was saying it. It seemed real. Like he is putting forth effort. Is he afraid that he let this slide and things didn't go the way he planned, and that they're going to come to decision day? And is he going to regret it? Is he sensing that he may regret this, that he didn't give it his all? And will it be too little, too late? I don't know. She just acts like she's willing to give him 100 chances, which she shouldn't do. But he had to leave early from the retreat. It had something to do with work, and she walked him out the door to his car, and they hugged each other. They looked like they were dating. It looked like a dating couple, and of course she's saying bye, hubby, but she's always doing that. But it just seemed a little bit more touching for me. And I think she thinks there could be a turning point after that dinner, that very sweet dinner that they had. They did other things on the retreat. They had a pageant, which Jasmine hosted, and they came out modeling their clothes, and Airris won that. He was the gentleman, I forgot what they called him, retreat gentleman, confident gentleman or something. He won that. He just kidded around with her that he's addicted to pageants now with the crown that he won. After Airris left, they did have a disco, and Jasmine didn't have anybody, so she was the 7th person there. She didn't have her partner, so she played bartender. She did a lot of serving. She had a great attitude about it. She was feeling good. She always has a good attitude. This girl really deserves to be treated better than she has been. The couples all seemed to have a good time. It was actually Clint's birthday and Nicole's birthday. Funny, they do have similar personalities. They're very forward people. But this group, they got along great together in this retreat. I think they could be lifelong friends, all of them. There was no drama. It was just nice, the way life should be. Why is there always drama everywhere you go? So that was pretty much it for now. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I thank you in advance. And I gotta go because I got living to do. Bye.